Hey, Steve Basic Architect for the Build Show. Yeah, we are out here, back on site. I'm back in the crawl space again. Could be a rock and roll song. I'm back in the crawl space. No, forget it. 18-inch drop in our 10-inch foundation wall. I know you're looking at it saying, Steve, you have to have some of the most intriguing details about to happen in that 18-inch drop. My answer would be, of course, I never disappoint. Yeah, so crawl space, let me set the tone here. Crawl space, typical engineered floor joists go across here, but this crawl space is only half the house. Where this drop is measures 17 feet. That 17 feet goes out about 14 feet. And it's a connector to a 48 by 18 foot part of the house. Now, the 14 by 18 is going to be a whole separate story. It's setting on these V-shaped steel stilts. So this is the only foundation that you're going to see in the house. Everything out there is going to be set on these stilts. But the issue is, if all of our ductwork is in here, how do we service that area? And how do we get that plumbing back in? How do we get the hot water out to the kitchen sink? All of that stuff. Well, we dropped this down 18 inches. Our floor frame in the crawl space is actually, the top of subfloor is going to be 3 3/4 on top of this concrete, because the floor joists are going to sit inside of the crawl space. So bottom of joist is probably somewhere down around here. All right. So as we bring ductwork around, we need to be able to get into the 18-inch floor truss system. Now, we moved to 18 inches in part because we want to get the services in there and still have ample insulation underneath. Also, if we only did those, say they were rated for 14-inch and we only did 14-inch, well, those little triangular pieces in the 14-inch truss get somewhat diminished. The 18-inch deep truss, there is a slight increase in cost, but the accessibility is far better than, say, a 12 or a 14-inch truss. So 18-inch floor trusses, they're going to come in here laterally and just stack on here 16 inches. So we'll be able to go into those joist bays, go out into that main floor frame of the house, and because they're open web trusses, be able to move laterally through the system. Now, we have some pretty cool details. We can head back to the studio. We'll take a look at this. We'll continue the discussion. And stay tuned, because we're going to have a video or two where we're going to talk about all the exciting stuff that's happening out in the air over there. So let's head back to the studio. I'll see you back there. Back at the studio. Yeah. Got that little frame through section on the foundation there. Everybody's wondering, what the hell is he up to? What are we doing there? Yeah, well, let's talk about it. But before we talk about it, yeah, we got that vibe board fired up. And speaking of fired up, November 7th, 8th, 9th, Build Show Live. Yes, Austin Convention Center. Be there or be square. Registration is filling up. Make sure you go there, register quick, use Steve as a code, get that discount. And I would love to have you sign up for that VIP pass and spend the whole day with me on the 7th, Matt and I, as we debut Build Science 301 and we walk a few job sites together. Hell yeah, let's do it. But let's talk about that frame through. So this was from the previous video. Remember, we talked about the detail where we sit the wall on the footing, and then we talked about the detail that we hung inside there with the thermal break material. Remember, I said there was a third video here, and that is the through video, and that's what we're concentrating on today. So remember, this is garage, this is crawl, all through here. Let's go to the ghost line, right? This is garage, this is all crawl space, and all of this is airspace, right? Yeah, airspace meaning if you saw the House on Stilts, I think that was last week, go check it out, but you'll get a clear understanding of the concept of this house. So very exciting stuff happening there. Let's move on to the floor framing. And again, we talked about that detail earlier. This one here, where it was hung, we're going to concentrate here where we go through. And we go through because there's a bathroom, there's some utilities and such. We have a kitchen sink there. We got to bring a bunch of that plumbing back through the floor system. And the thing that I pointed out last time, these are 7/8 inch engineered floor joists because we didn't need to be that far. These are pretty small spans. But over here, we are using a 16 inch deep wood truss. So what does that detail look like, right? We need to get stuff from here to there. I love this vibe board. Look at that detail. It's like sitting in front of a piece of artwork, isn't it? Yeah, it is. All right. So here we have it. Let's give you a little perspective on where we are. There's the foundation wall. All right. This is the cut through because here is our subfloor right there. And so you can see on this side, we have our 11 and 7/8 I-joist, and there's those. And just like in the other detail, we have some solid blocking at 18 inches. And that's to keep that floor, right? I'm not talking about the blocking, I'm talking about those floor joists. When they're like that, we want to keep that from rolling, right? We don't want that to happen. So we install solid blocking here on both sides, and then that keeps that from rolling out of place. So that's what that solid blocking is all about. Now, also notice we do have a piece of 7/16. So we do have a closure piece. Now the closure piece is somewhat sacrificial because obviously I'm showing, you know, some potential ductwork and or plumbing going through there. So we can cut holes in it and then seal around it, but you don't want to just leave it open. We want to compartmentalize the floor frame that's over the air over here to the part that's over the crawl. Right? So we compartmentalize that by putting in that 7/16 inch piece of zip, close that off, and then anything we drill through there, we can drill to a specific size or cut to a specific size, put in the necessary utility, but then have a nice solid backing on both sides to then seal up against. Now, they're both conditioned spaces, mind you, but still, we want to torture air as much as we possibly can. So on this side, we have that floor joist. You can see we did a little pony wall here. And that's on a double plate there. Right, so that's taking care of our gravity load there. This is obviously resisting as the foundation wall holds that floor up. We have our Titan bolt in there that is basically holding a 2x10 here that those other ones sit on. So we have something to attach those to. And then we have a couple bottom plates here. And then this is the strong back that's coming in and out of the screen. But you can see here, let me draw this, I'll switch this to green. Right. You can see here is our floor truss in there. And we have our floor truss, and then of course we're going to do zip R9 at the bottom here, just like our walls. This is no different than wall, and we're going to fill that all up. We'll hit this with a little bit of closed cell just to help seal some of those challenged areas. We'll go around and kind of surgically use it, and then we'll fill that up with cellulose there. We obviously have our air seal and our Siga Fentrum tape there. We have our Halo Subterra on the wall there, and of course that foundation wall. But this detail you can see, let's we'll highlight it in blue. We basically, this is the framing, right? There, and then this goes up. So that allows us to get whatever utilities we need across here. And that's why I'm calling this that frame through detail, because we needed to be able to get those across there and keep that, you know, the structural integrity also, obviously. And but we want to make sure our plumbers and our HVAC guys and electricians, I know they're only pulling wire and it's pretty easy. A lot of that we can just do above, but some of the bigger stuff we might want to run down under through here. So we want to make it nice and easy for them. So anyways, that's our frame through detail. We'll keep you posted as construction goes. We'll do some site visits, and we'll make sure we're keeping you involved. You know it, Steve Basic Architect Build Show, using up that vibe board. Yeah, if you're looking for more, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm not going to tell you about the thousands of videos from my 200 and 50 plus videos, but what I will tell you is 11, 7, 8, 9. Build Show Live. Live means alive and in person. I can shake your hand. Yeah. And don't think I don't want to. I know a lot of you, you look forward to watching these videos. You hopefully are getting something out of it, but we're kind of a team that never meets. So the Build Show Live is actually an opportunity for us to meet. So you got questions about any one of my videos, anything that I've ever talked about, you bring it along and we can talk about it a little bit more in depth, and we can hang out and share some time together, share some experiences, bring your photos, bring your cool projects. I love talking about stuff. I love seeing other people's solutions. I love seeing other people put buildings in a position to succeed. So anyways, there you have it, folks. Another weekly video added to the 250 plus, and you got to watch it for free. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm Steve Basic Architect. This is the Build Show Network.